Chris EUBANK Jr., Liam Smith, January 21st at the AO Arena in Manchester. This looks like it's going to be a cracking fight. You know, we've got two fighters at very different ends of their careers. You know, Liam Smith, you know, he's been in with Canelo, been in with very other good opponents, but he does look like he's coming to the end of his career, maybe getting his last few paydays in boxing. But Chris EUBANK Jr., you know, won his last fight against Liam Williams, which we'll be taking a look at. But, you know, he said in 2023, his own words, that he wants to be competing for world title belts and winning those world title belts. So he's coming into the prime of his career. You know, Liam Smith, the seasoned veteran, versus Chris EUBANK Jr. coming into his prime, and I think it's going to be a very good fight. So in this video, we're going to be looking at both their last fights, the highlights of that, and a little bit of the war of the words. Then at the end, I'll be giving my prediction. So first, we're going to take a look at Liam Smith's last fight.
You know, his own defence is a good.
So obviously, Smith is not against high quality opponent. I think that's fair to say. And he's getting caught here by Mathenia.
Again he smiles, no bother, I'm not hurt.
But he's just teeing off on him.
Oh no, he goes down on one leg.
No, I'm not sure whether that's a real knockdown. Mathenia seems to be complaining, but this is not positive. It's not what you're seeing if you're a Liam Smith fan. It's poor level opposition. He's struggling. He's just struggling.
I need to see a replay. I thought he went over on his ankle.
But if the gum shield went out, you've got to keep going until the ref finds a spot to put it back in. Right hand from Smith.
Smith. There's a nice shot from Smith. And he is teeing off on him now. And that's all she wrote. But like I said, if you're a Liam Smith fan, I wouldn't be too confident looking at that, because obviously Hassan Makhenia is not a top level fighter, and Smith did seem to be getting landed on by him, and you know, someone faster, stronger in EUBANK, I think they'll cause him some serious problems. And you know, obviously Smith has been in with Canelo, but he didn't do too well, and that was quite a while ago. So I don't think the recent fight footage makes too good reading for Liam Smith fans. You know, obviously this is a bit different because it's actually a nice check hook from EUBANK. It's a nice check hook. But like I was saying, this is a bit different because Hassan Makhenia is not on the level of Liam Williams. Liam Williams is a good level opponent, so it's not really a fair comparison. But saying that, EUBANK seems to be doing better against a high level opposition. You know, he just looks slick. He looks slick, catching Williams constantly. In Liam Williams' backyard, all his fans there, but so it's that EUBANK really loves being in the last round, doesn't he?
Never been halted and down.
Again, that check left hook.
It was beautifully timed by EUBANK,
EUBANK just seems snappy, powerful.
That's the third knockdown within 4 rounds.
Liam Williams loves to scrap, and he just looks beaten.
Superior skill and speed here of EUBANK Jr.
I don't know whether Liam was hurt or something, man. He seemed to really want to hold on.
Yeah, looking for the uppercut as well, and down he goes.
Nice combination. Williams compared, I think that was a fair
It's been counted, and Liam Williams is furious about it, but that
look at the black line of
surely
Williams.
curtains for his chances even to get it back.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Taking a power out of Liam shot.
It's going to end the round. EUBANK knows he's won. 12 round clinic, 4 knockdowns.
He's been very smart.
This is what EUBANK does best.
He knows he's
His
winning.
cockiness.
Playing with the crowd.
But yeah, I think comparing the last fight from each fighter, I think it looks a lot better for EUBANK, because Liam Williams is good. He's not world level, but he's definitely European level. You know, English title level, and EUBANK just dismantled him. Domination over 12 rounds. You know, Liam Smith, Hassan Makhenia, not top level opponent as we've said, but and he did look to struggle. Obviously, Liam Smith did get the stoppage, but you know, you could say it was a bit of an early stoppage, and Makhenia did land on him. So I think when we're talking about recent matches, recent fights, looks better for EUBANK. Something I think is going to be very important in this fight is the war of the words, and we already know what Chris EUBANK Jr. is going to do. He's going to try and get into Liam Smith's head, say as much as he can to put him off, try and get the fans to laugh at Liam Smith, and how Liam Smith deals with this, I think will be key to how the fight plays out. Because if Liam Smith lets it all go to his head, then it could be finished. You know, Liam Smith lets it all go to his head, comes out swinging, trying to knock out EUBANK, and EUBANK just sits back, picks him off, and then we could have an early stoppage for EUBANK. But on the other hand, if Liam Smith doesn't let any of it go to his head, lets EUBANK know that whatever he's saying is not working, we could see Liam Smith go in there, be composed, pick off the round, and cause a shock upset. So now we're going to look at a couple face-offs between Smith and Eubank and just kind of see how both fighters are approaching it and just see how the war of the words is unfolding. So let's get into this.
It's interesting because he is an exciting fighter. He's very boring outside of the ring, but inside the ring he's exciting, and that means that for as long as it
loves
lasts,
the mental game, doesn't he?
The public are in for.
To be fair, he's giving him his
something
credit.
Special.
How will you deal with defeat?
I struggle. I struggle on many reasons. I struggle losing to anybody, but I also struggle losing to this man. Like, look at him. I struggle.
Not something you see often from fighters talking about losing in general.
Losing to the
Why him?
Persona, his demeanour, his attitude, arrogance. I struggle. I struggle to lose to somebody like Chris. Just as arrogance, just as like.
Yeah, that is not something that you see often from fighters. You know, like I said, talking about losing at all is not something that they see, and just the mental side of it as well. Fighters don't usually talk about their mental health. You know, it's kind of a closed book when it comes to that conversation. But it's refreshing to see fighters talk about how losing actually affects them and how it takes a toll on them. So it's good to see from Liam Smith.
You know, I understand he's got to put on a brave face for you guys. But yeah, it's not going to be.
Eubank just
Ben
loves.
says a 50-50
He's so
fight.
good at it.
I mean,
just
and
getting
a lot
into
of
the
people
opponent's
say
head.
this, and it's incredible to me when this line keeps coming up. You know, 50-50 fight, pick 'em fight. You know, I haven't worked as hard as I've worked all these years to be on the same level as guys like Liam Smith. You know, I think I deserve a little bit more respect than that. You know, I've paid my dues. I am what I am, and
you paid your dues. You got a proper leg up because of your name.
well,
You got a leg up because
Yeah, I don't think Smith liked that comment.
You know, a superstar back in the day. You got a leg up, to be fair to you.
don't
pay
talk
your
like
dues.
them because you're not.
Like who?
You like them, like the haters, like the armchair critics. You know,
To be
you're
fair,
not
I
them.
think nobody can
You know
deny
better
that
than
Eubank, having the Eubank name, does give him a leg up.
This is not about
Whether
names. It's
he's
not
got
about
rid of that now.
leg ups and you wouldn't be where you are because of your old man. That's,
Well, Chris, you've just said
I disagree that when people say that Eubank wouldn't be where he is now without his name, because he is a very good fighter, and obviously in 2023 he says that he wants to be competing for world titles, and I believe that he can get there, but I would say that he maybe wouldn't have got there as quickly. I think that's a fair comparison, fair
carry him because
evaluation.
you know how to give up as well, which is another reason why I say
you know how
you're
to
going to
give
be
up.
easier than Connor. You know how to take a knee and look at your corner and shall I get up at 9? All right, it's 9. Let me get back up now and
It's
try
true.
again.
that's a lie, Chris, but you can keep
You know
saying
how
that.
to
Where
to
was
play
I on the
that
knee?
game.
I was on my back, and the count only got to 5.
You know how to lay down like the old dog that you are, and that's what you're going to do on the night. You're
You
going
know
to
how
lay
to
down.
lose every time you stepped up to someone with good fundamentals. You've lost.
Come on, listen. Don't
You have.
speak like them because you're not. You know better.
To be fair,
You've lost.
to be fair, you
for
say that
someone who has
Eubank,
losses on their record,
we say that
you know,
Eubank's the
it's
king of
obscene
his
for
words,
you to even
that Smith's getting
to
annoyed,
talk like
but
that. So just stop.
But Eubank does seem to be getting a bit annoyed. He said, "Don't speak like them." Eubank, I get the feeling that Eubank doesn't like it when Smith discredits him. I feel like Eubank wants Smith to be respectful to him, whether that's right or wrong. And he said, as he said, I haven't worked all these years to be on the same level as Liam Smith. I think that he does believe that. I think that he believes that we're not on the same level. I'm better than you. You give me my respect. If you look at the face-off now, both fighters seem ready. To be fair, I don't see any nerves from any of them. Both just seem game and ready to fight. Eubank looks away first, if you want to make anything of that. Right, so we've watched both fighters' most recent fight. We've watched the clips from the press conference, we've watched a little snippet from the gloves are off, and now it's time to make a prediction. And to be honest, I only see this going one way, and that is Chris Eubank Jr., easy win. I'm not necessarily sure he'll get a knockout. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to go for Chris Eubank Jr. unanimous decision. The reason why I'm going for this decision is that I think Chris Eubank Jr. is just a level above Liam Smith at this stage of their careers. Chris Eubank Jr. is coming to his prime. Liam Smith is a bit past it, but Liam Smith is a very good fighter, but I just think he's out of his depth. But I still think it'll be a very good fight, and let me know down below what you think your prediction is and how you think the fight's going to go. But that's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed.